Yeah, ignore the bikini. Look, Jupiter there, it's saying, what's it saying? I like turtles.
Ian?
What?
Who doesn't?
It's a scientific fact that all planets
Like
have turtles on them.
It's not.
It's not. I've no evidence. No. Don't be writing that in an exam. You will fail the exam.
Yeah.
Okay, so random hand. Next question. Come on.
Hello.
Hacker's there.
Yeah,
bringing it. Woo, jazz hands. Okay, finally one here from Sarah. Hi, Sarah. You're right. Sarah says, Ian, can you show this picture on the 15th of April? No, I can't. I can show it now, though. There you go. It's me on a hill saying my catchphrase. Dodges an ice cream van and Hacker. He's got his pink dress on.
I do have a pink dress, and I like it, so there.
You've got a million. If you want to send in pictures of us, please send them in to this address. CBBC's Ian and Hacker, CBBC, P.O. Box 9989, London, W12.
6 p.m.
And I've got a very specific request, right? Lads, you've been absolutely terrible. Up your game. Send in some pictures. Get some pens out. They can be gory, they can be boys. Send them in, and we'll be looking at our favourite picture right after Horrible Histories Gory Games.
Goodbye.
See ya.
If mummies, rats and fleas ain't your thing, and you don't like the sound of an exploding king, if you're easily scared and don't love the poo, you better turn off, this show ain't for you. Still watching? Then let's test your brains with Horrible Histories Gory Games. Horrible Histories Gory Games.
The important thing, Rattus, is that you're ready. When we start the show, you're ready and ready to go. Hello there, and welcome to Gory Games with me, Dave Lamb, and my assistant, Rattus.
And my assistant, Marcus the Flea. Ow! No biting, Marcus. We're on television.
Yes, this is the show where you get to test your knowledge of horrible histories.
With quirky quiz questions. Come on, Marcus. This is your line. Marcus. Oh, my Flea's gone all shy. Oh, Marcus, we're on TV.
And Gory Games. Without further ado, let's meet today's horrible historians.
Hi, I'm Dion. Hi, I'm Melissa. Hi, I'm Lloyd.
Welcome on board, Lloyd.
OK, we're going to kick off the show with a warm-up game of my very own invention.
Oh, joy.
A little Victorian game I like to call Gone Fishing.
Oh, well, for once, that sounds all right. What are we after? Trout? Perch? Bit of salmon?
Tapeworm.
Tapeworm, of course.
Victorian inventor Dr. Myers came up with a remarkable little tapeworm trap. Inside the metal container is some bait. I like to use rotten meat, but if you haven't got any rotten meat, fresh meat will do. Hand them out to the contestants, will you, Dave? And guys, all you have to do is dangle the trap down my throat and the tapeworm will go for the bait and get caught. Brilliant! First person to catch Terry, my tapeworm, wins. Here they come, Terry. Ready or not?
No, I'm sorry, I can't do that. We're not having tapeworm extractions on my show.
Do you know, that's probably not such a bad thing. Some people choke to death on the tapeworm trap.
And you were willing to risk that, were you?
Well, no, not really. I knew you'd call it all off.
Predictable to a fault, that's my problem. Right, Dion, Melissa and Lloyd, you are playing to win year spheres, OK? Each year sphere contains a historical date, and at the end of the show, your sphere dates will be added up, with AD dates being added to your total and BC dates being subtracted from it. So, if these were your year spheres, for example, your total would be, Rattus?
Huh? Approximately 12.
No, it's 735.
I know, I was being very approximate.
Ignore him. At the end of the show, the person with the highest year score will win a unique historical prize.
That's right, just a little something I've picked up.
Please do bear in mind that the last thing he picked up was the plague.
Oi!
Right, let's get cracking. And to find out who this round's about, it's over to the Gory Grid.
It's the gorgeous Georgians.
And your 4 Georgian topics are teeth, fashion, milk, and Napoleon. Dion, you get first pick, seeing as it's the first round, so pick away, please.
Teeth.
Let's hear the question.
True or false? Our Georgian dentists use whale bones to make false teeth.
Let's see your answers now, please. Well, Melissa and Lloyd going for true, Dion going for false. Let's find out who's right.
It's false. But they did use walrus tusks. Thankfully, they cut them down a bit first, though. Marvellous.
Yes, thankfully. Dion, you've got off to a flying start. Well done. Melissa, it's your turn to pick a topic.
Fashion, please.
Fashion it is.
Is this true or is it false? Posh ladies' dresses in the Georgian era were sometimes too big to fit through doorways.
You've all gone for true. Interesting. Let's find out if you're right.
Okay, in fact, it's true.
It is true. The huge dresses were called mantua dresses, and many doorways had to be enlarged so that ladies in these massive dresses could actually fit through.
Excuse me, does my bum look big in this? Yes? Oh, good.
That's what they were after. Lloyd, it's your turn to pick a topic.
I'll go with milk.
Milk. Now, that is a prop question.
It's a prop question. I like the prop question.
Oh, my word. That is a bucket of dirty milk. It really is horrible. Here's the question relating to it. True or false? Georgian milkmaids carried milk through town in buckets, and the milk usually had lice, spit, and hair in it. Is that true or is that false? Dion's gone for false. Melissa and Lloyd have both gone for true. I can tell you that the answer is true. The milk was filthy.
And it's absolutely delicious.
Let's put this down here. Just lick that little mark up with there, would you, Russ? Fantastic. Right, so everyone on 2 points. It's very, very exciting. One question left in this round, and it's a question on Napoleon.
True or false? Before a long march, Napoleon's French soldiers would sometimes put an egg into each boot.
Let's see your answers now, please. Dion's gone for true. Melissa and Lloyd have gone for false. Let's see who's right.
It's true. They thought this helped soothe blistered feet.
Hey, I guess they ended up with a cheese omelette at the end of the march. Yummy.
Yes, horrible. Dion, congratulations. That means that you've won the quiz. Time to choose your year sphere from our trolley wally.
Will you not call me that? Oh, I hate it when it's all the way down here. It's such a long way. Ah. Hello, Dion.
Hello.
Come and choose your year sphere, whichever one you want.
Watch out there could be a Stone Age date in one of them that's worth a few million minus points. Oh. So, winning the quiz means that Dion is automatically through to play the Georgian game. But will she be alone or will everyone get to play? Let's find out. It's an all-play silly game, so that means it's off down the time sewer with the lot of you. Off you go, Lloyd. It stinks, by the way. In you go, Melissa.
Oh, it stinks.
I know it does. Go on, then. Down you go, Dion.
Oh, it stinks in here. Ew.
Now, Georgians were famous for wearing huge wigs, which were invariably infested with hundreds of bugs. So it's time to play...
Flea fling!
Loads of fleas and lice will be flinging themselves from a giant Georgian wig. You have to catch as many bugs in your hairnet and wig as possible. The player who catches the most wins the year sphere. Are you ready? Steady. Let the flea circus begin. Here we are then, a Georgian flea fling, and already the bugs of many shapes and sizes are coming out of the wig. There's one now. Ratters, you must love this game.
I do love it. I love this game for a whole myriad of reasons. My fleas are only a couple of millimetres across, whereas these fleas are, in fact, humongous!
Yes, these fleas, of course, have been fed quite a lot of human growth hormone in order to get them up to the size required for this game. Not strictly legal, but it's something we enjoy.
I think Melissa's actually managed to catch one of the bugs that are on her hair.
You're absolutely right. Look, there's one hanging on to the edge of her wig there. Well, that's got to be a little bit off-putting, but it will, of course, count towards her final total.
It certainly will. I wonder if the contestants want to catch some of my bugs. They're small, but perfectly formed.
And they're absolutely disgusting, Ratters. Don't you go near the contestants with them.
30 seconds. I believe, Dave, this is the only show on network television where children are actually encouraged to catch lice. It's so wrong, it's right.
And talking of lice, look, there's another one on Melissa's head. She's got two now on that wig alone. A lot of these fleas seem to pop in as well and then bounce out again as they reach for other ones.
Well, that's the fleas for you. Fleas bounce all over the place, whereas lice tend to stick and stay where they are. You can't get rid of them even with the preparatory cream, Dave.
You can't. And a third flea now on Melissa's wig. And I think we're coming towards the end of this game. Time is running out here, and that is in fact the end. That is in fact the end, and looking at that, I can tell you that the score is 35-31-20.
You're extraordinary!
I know. Back behind your podiums, please. That was tremendous. That was a tremendous effort. But the winner with 35 bugs was Dion. Well done, Dion. Help yourself to another year sphere, Dion. 2 year spheres. No year spheres yet for the other two, but plenty of time to catch up. And to find out who's up next, it's over to the gory grid.
It's the vile Victorians. Good day.
And here are your all-important Victorian topics. Queen Victoria, gadgets, Florence Nightingale, and poetry. Melissa, it's your turn to pick first.
Florence Nightingale.
True or false? Famous Victorian nurse Florence Nightingale used to have a pet ferret which she kept in her pocket.
Melissa and Lloyd going for false. Dion for true. Let's find out what the answer is.
It's false. Florence used to keep a pet owl in her pocket who she called Athena. It's a nice name.
Right, Lloyd, your turn to pick a topic.
Gadgets, please.
Gadgets, and that is a prop question.
It's a prop question.
It's a prop question.
Oh, look at that.
That is a genuine Victorian contraption for removing rotten teeth. Is that true or is that false? The girls are going for false. Lloyd out on his own with true. The answer is false, unfortunately. It is, in fact, for peeling peaches, believe it or not.
Alternatively, you can leave the peaches to rot for a couple of weeks, then suck them up with a straw. Ah, delish.
That's if you're a rat. There's the scores. So, Melissa, you're in the lead this round with 2 points. Dion and Lloyd, you have a point apiece. All still to play for. Dion, your turn to choose next.
Poetry, please.
What do you think? Is this true or false? Famous Victorian poet Alfred Tennyson used to amuse his friends by sitting down and pretending to be somebody on the toilet.
Everybody has gone for true. Interesting.
The fact of the matter is, it's true.
There once was a poet most smart, whose lyrics were praised as high art. He mimed doing a poo on an imaginary loo, but one thing was real.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Rattus. You're in the lead, Melissa. 1 question left this round, and it's a question on Queen Victoria.
True or false? Queen Victoria was the shortest monarch in British history.
So, was Queen Victoria the shortest adult monarch in British history? Let's see your answers now, please. Everybody has gone for true. Let's find out.
It's true. Victoria was only 5 foot tall. I guess that old crown added a few inches, though. Could do with one of those myself. I'm 4'5".
Short in stature, long in reign. And at the end of that round, Melissa, you have a full house. You've scored 4 out of 4, and that means you've won a year sphere. Congratulations. OK, Melissa, as the winner of the quiz, you're through to play the Victorian game. But will it be just you, or will the others get to play too? It's a single-player brainy game. So, Melissa, it's off down the time sewer with you on your own. It really does stink. Right. Eccentric Victorian William Buckland loved natural history and filled his house with every kind of animal, then proceeded to eat them all. In fact, he ate all sorts of unusual foods, like, for instance, mouse on toast. It's time to play...
Foul food.
7 bizarre foodstuffs then, but 2 weren't eaten by Barmy Buckland. You have to work out which 5 things he really consumed. Choose 5 and move them to the eaten board, then touch the mouse on toast to find out how many you've got right. Keep trying new combinations of names until you've got all 5, but you've got to be quick because you're against the clock. Your time starts now. So then, what does Melissa think that Barmy Buckland used to eat? Her first choice, I can tell you, is roast giraffe. Interesting. It could be. It might not be. We just don't know at this stage. The mummified heart of Louis XIV, an elephant's trunk. What a varied diet he had. If this is right, what an extraordinary diet the man had. Stewed blue bottles is next. She's doing very well. She's assessing this and doing it quickly. A mole onto the mouse on toast.
You have all 5 right!
She's done it already! Extraordinary!
Here, I've got your tea. Is she ready to start?
It's finished.
What?
Melissa, help yourself to a year sphere. That's right. Buckland didn't eat a dodo, a species which had died out long before Buckland was born, nor did he eat the mummified toe of Pharaoh Tutankhamun, whose tomb was not discovered until after Buckland had died.
But Buckland really did eat all the others. Yeah, including the mummified heart of Louis XIV. Ugh. Apparently he said, I have eaten many strange things, but have never eaten the heart of a king before.
Nor I, to my knowledge. But who knows what meat they actually put in a hot dog, eh? Over to the gory grid to find out what's up next.
It's the measly Middle Ages.
4 questions, as always, and here are your 4 Middle Ages topics. Kings, sport, cures, and monks. Lloyd, it's your turn to pick first. Pick a topic.
Monks, please.
Monks.
One wise monk wrote all about Britain's early history. His name was Bede, but by what name is he better known? A, the Venerable Bede, B, the Honourable Bede, or C, Boring Bede?
The girls going for B's. Lloyd out on his own with an A. Let's see who's right.
The answer is A, the Venerable Bede, which means he was admired and respected.
Much like the Venerable Dave.
What do you want, Rattus?
Nothing. Well, can I have a go in your jacuzzi?
It's not a jacuzzi, it's a toilet.
I know, but can I anyway?
Help yourself. Lloyd, you're off to a cracking start. 1 point on the board already. Dion, it's your turn to choose a topic.
Cures.
Oh, it's a proper question. Let's see it.
There it is. This is a magpie's beak. But why would a person from the Middle Ages wear it around their neck? Would it be A, for good luck, B, to cure toothache, or C, to ward off demons and ghosts? You've all gone for C. You all think it's to ward off demons and ghosts. Well, I can tell you that the actual answer is B. It's a cure for toothache.
Dave doesn't need a cure. He's got false teeth.
OK, you're on a final warning now.
Again?
Yep, again. Melissa, your turn to choose a topic.
Can I have sport, please?
Sport.
A man called John Rivers found his lord's hunting hawk on the roof of his house, but failed to report it. What was his punishment? A, he was fined 100 shillings. B, he had one of his hands cut off. Or C, he had flesh cut from his chest and fed to the hawk.
Very interesting. Lloyd and Dion going for C's, Melissa for B. Let's find out who's right.
The answer is C. He had 6 ounces of flesh cut from his chest and fed to the hawk. I'm guessing he didn't do that again.
Even that makes me feel queasy.
Hold it in, Rassus. I don't want to see any sick on the table. Good man. OK, through to the final question now of this round. Lloyd, you've got 2 points. You can't be caught by Melissa, but you can still be caught by Dion. So, the final question is on kings. Let's hear what it is.
Richard the Lionheart was King of England for 10 years. But during this time, how long was he actually in England? A, 10 years, B, 2 years, or C, 6 months?
Dion and Lloyd going for C, Melissa for A. Let's find out what the actual answer is.
C, 6 months. He spent all his time crusading because he hated England. I guess he wasn't a big fan of rain and mud.
Excellent. At the end of that round, Lloyd, you have won yourself your first year sphere. Congratulations. So, Lloyd, you're through to play the Middle Ages game, but will it be all play or will you be playing on your own? Let's find out. It's a single-player silly game. So, Lloyd, get down that time sewer. And he was gone. Picture the scene. It's the court of King Louis XI of France in the 1400s, and he has just been delivered a musical instrument the like of which has never been seen before. It's time to play the
pig piano.
The instrument consisted of pigs of different sizes and a keyboard. Play a key and a little spike would prick a piggy and make it squeal. The larger the pig, the deeper the squeal. Your challenge is to listen to and repeat a sequence of piggy squeals. The sequence will get one squeal longer each time. Correctly repeat 9 squeals within the time limit to win a year sphere. Get one note wrong and, well, you'll find out. Let's get squealing! So, Lloyd attempts pig piano. Here comes his first sequence. There it is. He's got to replicate that, remember, in order to stay in the game. One mistake and it's all over. I have to reiterate that. He's made a good start there, Rat.
He's made an excellent start, Dave. My fear is if he goes wrong, because these pigs have all been eating chocolate ice cream and raw onions all morning.
Oh, well, that could be terrible news for Lloyd, because if he does go wrong, something unspeakable happens, I'm afraid. But he's not gone wrong yet. That's 4. He's done the second sequence, moving on to 5. Now it's up to Lloyd to repeat that. Yes, a good start. The 4th, and I think the 5th one was the green. Oh, no! Oh, I think he's gone wrong.
He's gone wrong! Oh, no, missed the away!
Oh, it's missed. He's swerved out of the way of it, though. He's cleverly avoided that. I like that very much. What is happening to that pig? It's having the most confusing poo I've ever seen. Welcome back, Lloyd. Take your place behind your podium. Bad luck, bad luck. There have been numerous reports of the legendary pig piano throughout history, and they've had different names, like the hog harmonium,
the swine away,
the pig organ,
the pigano.
And if you'd like instructions on how to build your own pig piano, then I'm going to report you to the RSPCA. I will do it. Don't test me on that one. Lloyd, that was extraordinary. Very difficult, but what I liked is the way you swerved the poo at the end.
Yeah, sport.
We were quite looking forward to seeing someone getting covered in poo, but you body swerved it nicely. Time for the final round. It's over to the gory grid one last time to find out what we've got.
It's the Vicious Vikings.
So no quirky quiz in our final round. It's straight to our big all-play Viking endgame, and it's a scary one. Let's see you get down that time sewer one last time. You never get used to it. It's absolutely revolting.
Stinks in here. Eee!
Picture the scene. It's 793 AD. You are a monk, busy minding your own business on the island monastery of Lindisfarne, when suddenly... You've got some unwanted visitors. It's time to play...
Viking attack!
Your only hope of survival is that the Vikings won't hear you, so you'd better not step on a squeaky floorboard. Your challenge is to find the one squeak-free path through the wooden panels. Step on a squeaky one, and you'll be sent back to the start. Reach the end of the path, and you are faced with 2 doors. Choose well, for behind one is freedom, behind the other is... the Viking fella with the thing.
Sounded like a weasel with a throat infection.
Well, it's a Viking. Find him, and you have to start all over again. Ready, steady... So here we go with Viking attack, then. A very cagey start. 1 or 2 squeaky floorboards instantly there. Of course, there is a 1 in 3 chance of getting it right with that first step. Dion there has made the first step, but not the second.
No.
It's a slow start. It's a difficult one, this, though, because there's a 1 in 3 chance almost all the way up. It's a game of trial and error, and then you have to remember your errors. As Melissa hasn't done there.
We should have called this game Hide and Squeak, Dave.
Yes. Why? Never mind. Dion there seems to be having trouble working out her first step, which is extraordinary. Lloyd halfway along now. Lovely. There are those monks at the back there, of course, keeping a close watch on proceedings because it's their monastery after all. And don't forget, actually, as Lloyd... Oh, I thought Lloyd was getting close there. Remember those doors at the end? They've got 2 doors each to choose from. Behind one door lies freedom, behind the other, an axe-wielding homicidal maniac. Obviously, you're after freedom there.
I said it would be good if they had to duck flying Viking axes as well.
I remember I was at that meeting.
Didn't go for it.
No, they didn't. Just as you think they're doing well, a little mistake creeps in.
I think what's happening here, Dave, is you're cursing them.
I think maybe I am. I think maybe I should stop saying the words doing well. Look at that, Dion's... Oh, even if I don't say them, I curse them.
You're
even
thinking
if I just
it.
think them.
Just by thinking
Right,
it,
in that case, I'm going to have to control my mind very, very closely. What am I talking about? Of course my mind's not having any influence on this at all. Here's Lloyd. Come on, Lloyd. You're doing very, very well. Oh, no. Dion? Oh, dear. Someone must get there eventually. And Melissa could be that person. Look at this. This is very impressive. Just one more step to go, and she's there. Melissa has actually made it through. Now, this is where it gets very, very interesting. It's a 50-50 chance. Oh, it's freedom!
Excellent.
Freedom! And she's celebrating rather than being carried off on a stretcher. Melissa, go and help yourself to another year sphere. Fantastic. When Lindisfarne was attacked, monks managed to get away with one of their most holy relics, the body of St. Cuthbert. They carried it around for 7 years to make sure the Vikings didn't get hold of it.
I've been carrying someone for years too.
You saying you're carrying me because I'm not up to the job?
No, I was talking about Marcus my flea. But now you mention it.
Time to count up those year spheres. And remember, AD years are added to your total and BC years are subtracted from it. So, Dion, start us off, please. Could you open up your first year sphere? Let's find out what's inside. 1871 AD, the year that Queen Victoria opened the Albert Hall. 1587 AD, execution of Mary, Queen of Scots, but that gives you an excellent, excellent total of 3,458. Melissa, let's see what you've got in your first sphere. 1305 AD, the execution of William Wallace. 1770 AD, Captain Cook claims Australia for Britain in that year. That gives you a running total at the moment of 3,075. You need just under 400 positive years to beat Dion. Let's open that next sphere. Oh, my word! It's 10,000 BC. Stone Age man first domesticated dogs about then, but that's no consolation at all, is it, Melissa? And you've ended up with a total of minus 6,925. Lloyd, let's see what you've got in your year sphere. It's 2,500 BC. The stones were added to Stonehenge that year. So that means today's winner with 3,458 points is Dion. Congratulations, Dion. Excellent. Who goes home with our star prize. And today's prize is not like the prizes on any other game show, which is a shame, because it's some old rubbish the Ratters dragged out of the time sewer. What have we got today, Ratters?
Well, you certainly can't say that this prize is pointless. In fact, it couldn't have more of a point if it tried, yeah? It's the tip of a Roman gladiator's spear. Roman ladies believed it was good luck to comb their hair with the spear of a dead gladiator.
Exactly how does combing your hair with a spear constitute good luck?
Well, it does if you've always wished for hair that's matted with congealed gladiator blood.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations, Dion.
Yes, there you go, Dion. So sorry about the blood on it.
Thank you.
Maybe you could display it somewhere you can't see it. Well, it just remains for me to say thanks to our winner, Dion. Thanks to our runners-up, Melissa and Lloyd. And no thanks whatsoever to Rassus.
I aim to please.
You've been watching Gory Games. Goodbye.
Was that show messy enough for you? Or would you have preferred a little more poo? Have you had your fill of blood, guts and gore? Or have we left you still wanting more? Well, keep watching. We'll be back again with Horrible Histories Gory Games. Horrible Histories Gory Games.
Hi guys, Leah here with 3 reasons you cannot miss Newsround in half an hour. We're finding out about the big problem facing the world's oceans and the animals that live in it. Plus, we'll give you a full roundup of today's action at Wimbledon, including the latest on Roger Federer and Serena Williams. And you can't miss the story of this adorable little fella who ended up a very long way from home. That's what you'll be missing out if you don't tune in at 10 to 7 right here on the CBBC channel. Bye-bye.
Hi, welcome back to our kennel.
My kennel!
Get out of it! You lot have been sending in your pictures to Hacker's Kennel.
Thank you.
And if you guys want to send in more pictures, it's very simple. You've got to draw a picture, obviously. And then you can send it in to this address. It is Ian Hacker, CBBC, P.O. Box 9989, London, W12.
6PA!
That's Ian Hacker, CBBC, P.O. Box 9989, London, W12.
6PA.
So, right now, Hacker T Dog, he's laughing. Have you picked your favourite picture for this week?
I have picked a good one, Ian. It's a lovely one, and it is by Hannah.
Why do you like Hannah's picture so much?
Well, look at it, Ian. There's several reasons. It's a lovely golden sandy beach. Justin Bieber's in it,
Who
which
you
is
love.
not ideal. There's a lovely blue sky, a lovely Christmas tree, and you, Ian, are wearing a pink bra.
Stop saying bra!
Oh, sorry.
Sing the song.
It's a bikini. I will sing about it now. Hit it, please. Picture, picture on the wall. Hannah, you're the